Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground is brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Production funding for Common Ground is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Common Ground. I'm your host, Ashley Hall. Common Ground is a new weekly series that highlights northern and central Minnesota culture. Each week, we'll explore the unique people, places, and events that are an important part of our region. Each week, Common Ground videographers, editors, and myself will take viewers on a journey of exploration into the worlds of art, history, and culture. This week, we'll introduce you to Curt Fisher, a winemaker from Walker who shares his knowledge of wines with the community. Hovelsrud of Park Rapids creates custom rustic furniture. And meet Nancy Williams of Brainerd, who gives us a sweet taste of chocolate making.
We make all kinds of wines. Wild grapes, choke cherries, raspberry, apple, pear. Anything anybody will give me for free, for sure. If I'm going to use fresh fruit, is to locate the fruit, preferably free, and then pick it, freeze it, and thaw it again, because that helps to break down the cell walls and let the juice out easier. And then you crush it, add water and the chemicals that you need to make the bad bugs not grow, and let the yeast grow still. And then add sugar, and you let it go in an open fermenter for a week or so. And then you strain it out and press it into the big jugs that you see here. What they're doing is they're sanitizing the inside of the bottles with a sodium metabisulfite solution that sprays up inside, and then they hang them on the bottle tree, and it hangs them at the right angle to drain them. So then the insides of the bottles are all sparkly clean and no bugs in them, so that we'll be ready to put the wine in them then. When you're picking bottles off to fill, space around the tree, otherwise it'll get heavy on one side and fall over. So it pivots on its base. Just like that. Push down. We kind of stumbled on this place because the community education director and the owner of this place are friends. And we were looking for a place to offer the class, because you can't do wine on campus, of course, in the school. And they really wanted to offer a wine class. So I said, why not May Creek? And she said, I know Ann. So they put their heads together and figured it was just a wonderful thing. They said as long as the residents can come down whenever they want to, and we said that was great. So that's how that came about. That's how we happened to be here. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, sir. Yep. Now we go. Oh no.
I forgot how to do this.
Not yet. Okay.
There you go.
There. Got to make sure it's lined up. Push down. Ta-da! One bottled bottle of wine. Each class is 4 classes over 5 weeks. We do the initial class where we put everything together. Then a week later, with the fruit, we press the fruit. With this, we just take it out of and we do a kit wine class to it. And then that one too, we just take it out of the open fermenters and into the glass. And then 2 weeks later, we do the stabilizing and clearing and sorbates and stuff. And then this is the last class. Teaching other people, I guess, and watching them have fun doing it, and getting phone calls from them when they run into something they don't know about, because I give them all my contact information, emails and phone numbers and all that. Make up an information packet for them. They undoubtedly, almost invariably run into something they don't know about or can't find. And years of experience helps. It's like raising kids. Each one is different. Really, they just when you think you got them figured out, they throw a curve at you, and you got to do something to save them.
Today I'm going to make a 4-drawer dresser. I'm going to start by making the legs and straight edge some lumber, clean off the bark and make it into something. I'm Emelia Hovelsrud. I'm a full-blooded Icelander right off the ice. And I just love woodwork. I do all kinds of furniture, work a lot with customers. I love the nature, look, leave what the nature has done. Well, I've been making furniture now for probably about 11 years. I started using my imagination more just a few years ago. I thought about it for a long time and started trying and I found out that, hey, there's more ways than one to do furniture, and it doesn't have to be a square box. It's make it look fun, make it functional, make it a piece of art that's also has purpose. All the furniture I do is made for a purpose. It's for storage and it's also for the look. Working with plain wood got a little boring. I started studying the grain in the wood and I wanted to move with the grain, show what the wood has. I started allowing my mind to work and go with my feeling, and then just digging into old wood, digging into piles of wood, and just seeing the character. I wanted to do something different, something that's fun to look at and still is well built and functional. Now these will be the sides of the dresser. I'll have to chop them up and clean them up, shape them a little bit, and sand them. Peel some bark off. This is my draw knife. It's very, very sharp. It's an awesome tool though. Saves me a lot of grief. Yeah, we got them in here. That's a good one. I started using the worm carved wood 6 years ago or so. Those little critters are awesome. Here's the carvings. There could be some live ones in here since the bark is so stuck. There's some busy buggers in here. It's like unwrapping presents. This is my most favorite part, is to see the different marks that they make. I wish I could be there when they're working. When I have the knots and then the nice carvings, I decide if it's gonna go on the sides of the dresser or if I'm gonna use it for the face, the fronts, either doors or drawer fronts. I like to put the pretty stuff right on front where you see it. And oh, here's a live one. Let's get it, he's moving. I've seen him twice as big. It's amazing how much they can do. They can chow away, and you can actually, if you're in a quiet room, you can hear them. Just a little crunch, crunch. See how little he is? And he's still making this big gouge. That's what they do, they chew up the wood. That's a nice one. It's kind of hard to get the bark off around the knots. Now here's where you start seeing the work. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. The dust, the sawdust the worms leave behind sticks in there pretty good sometimes. So I like to use the wire brush to clean them out. And when I'm looking through the wood, my piles of wood, and I find different looking things, the character, I set them aside and think about it. And maybe in the middle of the night I wake up and I go, ah, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I get up in the morning and I go and study it and put the picture together, and it just happens. It just kind of happens. Sometimes I find, and it's kind of rare, where the tree has been injured or a porcupine has chewed a hole or something, and then the tree starts trying to get healthy again, and it makes really fun shapes. And when I find those pieces, I set them aside and make sure they go white where your eye catches it. I like to put the character on the face as much as possible, and I like to keep the branches on as much as I can get away with. I like to stack the wood so it's not uniformed. It's thick over here and thin over there. And I wanted to see the furniture moving. Just doesn't have to be boxy. I wanted to bring the grain out and take the squareness away. That's why I cut my legs like that. It also puts more dimensions into the piece. And it just has so many different surfaces to look at rather than just a flat piece or a flat box. So this, to me, it's kind of like an endless fun. And every time you look at a piece, you see a different view or something that you didn't see yesterday. So it's not boring. And that's what people tell me. They say, you know, this piece is never going to be boring because I'm always going to find a new something about it, another knot that looks like something. Or I think maybe it's the artist in me that wants to see something different. And if the wood doesn't look quite the way I want it, then I can cut it and shape it and put the look in that I'm after. Yeah, I do a lot of custom orders. People come to me with their ideas and I try to make it happen. It's well built. It's made to last. And I will work with people's ideas so the piece is theirs from their mind, and I get to play with it and make what they're looking for. And then they can stand back too and say, you know, it's what I was looking for. And she made what I wanted. And that when my customers are happy, I'm happy. I think go out to my wood pile and look through it and peel the bark off, and I call it my gold. I enjoy that, and then I can, as I'm going through it, think about what I could make with that particular piece of wood. And I set them aside, and this pile is for something I have in mind. And sometimes I start a piece and I'm not sure, so I sit, have it sit and shop, sometimes for weeks, think about it. Or I don't have the right piece, or I'm gonna look for something different. So I think just putting them together, putting the wood, or picking the pieces, putting together in my mind, and then I can go and do it. And I like standing back when it's done and going, yep, that's what I was looking for. I sell a lot of my furniture at shows. I try to do the higher end shows, do maybe 4 to 5 during the summer, and then it's repeat customers and word of mouth. Or went to my friend's house and saw this, and so I don't have to advertise. I don't have it in any stores. It's basically the few shows I do, and then custom orders, custom work. There, feed her up. So nobody has to worry about the first dink in their furniture. So many people think furniture has got to be like this, and everything's got to be the same, it's got to be perfect. And that's all right too, but I like the imperfection that the nature has done for you, and just work with what the nature gave you.
I started about 7 years ago, and I didn't make my own chocolate at the time. You know, I just bought from different companies, and everyone kept saying, do you make your own chocolate? So finally I decided to start doing it, and I taught myself. This will be the 4th year, and I'm getting pretty comfortable with it. It's Chocolate International, etc. I decided to put the international in there because there were other chocolate, etc. stores around the nation. And so just to be legal and differentiate myself, I put the international in there. I do get the chocolate from other parts of the world, so, you know, that helps. Well, these trees are very scraggly looking trees, and then the fruit comes down, and the fruit is about this, you know, they vary in size, but approximately this tall, and they're round shaped like a football. And these trees can only grow under the shade of the rainforest trees. So if the rainforest goes, we don't have chocolate. And then they take, these are called pods, and then they open up the pods, and there's, inside there's like little, I don't know, it's like a spaghetti squash. And then on the inside they take out all these little nibs or whatever and dry them out. And then normally they're sent to a company that makes the chocolate, and the chocolate goes through a process of being ground, and it's ground very, very fine, so it gets that real liquidy. That's how we know chocolate as this. And then they're pressed into these either blocks or nibs like this, okay? And this chocolate is 53% dark. I also use 70% dark. This comes from Colombia. The 70% comes from Venezuela that I get. And then I have milk chocolate from Belgium. And they come in blocks, and then I just chop it up. Chocolate exists in different chemical states, just like anything else. It has to be tempered so that when it cools back, it goes up to a certain temp, depending on whether it's white milk or dark. And then it goes up to a certain temp, goes down to a lower temp, and then back up to the temperature that you dip at. If it's tempered properly, it'll have a shine to it when it's done. And so when I mold the chocolates or I dip chocolates, then it has a nice shine to it. So this machine does it for me. Otherwise, you can do it in a bowl. In the old world, when they make their chocolates, they heat the chocolate up, but they do it either in a microwave, or they put it, they could do it in the oven, or they could put it on a heating pad to heat it up to that temperature. It's like 120, you know. It's not very hot, but you know, that just melts the chocolate and gets it up there so that those crystals break down. And then when you go back down to the cool temperature, you know, then they start realigning, and then when you go back up, that's, you know, all of the crystals are in the perfect state. So I'm putting in chocolate that's already been tempered and left, and then I use it to seed the chocolate that I'm making now. It helps cool down the other chocolate. If you were doing it in a bowl, you would put in a handful of chocolate, and that would actually melt right into the bowl of chocolate that you're doing. And then when it's cooled down to the proper temperature, which is about 90, then you take what's left out of the bowl. In here, in this machine, I just put it in a separate compartment, and it helps cool down that chocolate, and then I take it out. And then it'll go back up to the right temperature. And I'll do the molds first, and then I'll do the ganache. Now this is all done, and I'm going to take out what I need for the ganache. Otherwise, I'll have to re-temper it. Okay, so that'll be ready to make ganache. And then the rest, I'll do this mold. So quiet when the machine goes off. And then I tap it. To get the air off from the bottom. And then I put it back in. And that's the empty shell for the mold. So I'm going to put this in the back room so that it can cool and harden up. Okay, so then the next step is the ganache. So then we just add this to the chocolate. So it's just chocolate and cream makes the ganache. And so I will really fast. And that is proper. And then I take this out and put it in a pan. And cover it with saran wrap and let it sit, usually overnight. But then this is the ganache after it's sat. And it's still soft, and this is milk chocolate. So then these are pretty easy to roll. And then I take the ones that I've rolled and use my dipping fork, dip them into the chocolate, and then I put it on my pan. And that would be the chocolate. And voila, truffle. And then this is the cream that I make. I just started making my own creams. I used to buy them all. So I make up a big batch of creams, and then when the mold is ready and it's all set up inside, just put it in here. And then normally I would put these in and let them, just let the cream stiffen up so I can cover them with the chocolate. Just push it down in there, and then they're ready to go. So as soon as the chocolate is ready, we'll put the bottom on. So then I'll just let it set up. I make several different kinds of milk truffles. I make the milk, the chai, sometimes pistachio, sometimes habanero, Irish cream, and then Italian cocoa. In the dark, I make coffee and raspberry. In the white, I make a champagne, mocha, and Caribbean rum. And then in the creams, I just started doing those because I had to get a mold that I like, which is this one here. This is easy for me to work with. And these molds are $25 each. So it's difficult to experiment and not put a lot of money into it. But I make maple butter creams, coconut creams, lemon creams, cherry, and cherry creams. And then I make turtles. Those are a really big seller. I've started making caramels where they just get rolled up into a wax paper and sell those. I do nut rolls, usually in the summertime. And then I do marshmallow squares, peanut butter cups. There's, chocolate covered potato chips. I just can't make enough of them. Yeah, teaching myself to make chocolate was really difficult. But after I get to where it's easy, then I really do enjoy it. At first, I have to enjoy it to start it. you know, to do this to begin with. I wake up and can't wait to get here. But it's painful, you know, just like learning anything. But after you learn it, then it's, you know, it's just fun.
Thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you enjoyed tonight's show, and we look forward to seeing you next week right here on Common Ground. If you have a segment idea for Common Ground, please contact us at legacy@lptv.org or call us at 218-333-3022. Individual segments or copies of Common Ground, please call 218-333-3020. Production funding for Common Ground is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. If you enjoyed this segment of Lakeland Public Television's Common Ground, consider making a contribution at lptv.org.